Take 4. Because everything's just wanting to piss me off today. 10 minutes of frickin' troubleshooting. Streamer life, I guess. Anyways, welcome to Wolves Den's end of the year wrap up. So today is just going to be kind of a relaxing stream. There's a reason I've got the thing set to talk shows and podcasts. Podcasts and yada yada yada. We'll see if anybody, pokes their head in and says hi during this, but I seriously doubt it. So, So, 2022. Man, oh man, is that annoying. Which is funny because a lot of the issues I just had can actually sum up my opinion on, and can actually sum up how this year has gone, really. Because, yeah, a lot of bullcrap this year. But, regardless, I did enjoy having, I did work my butt off during the break from the streams, and managed to get a whole bunch of Wolf's Den episodes not only edited, or Wolf's Den videos, I should say, of like the Rumination style reviews, edited and uploaded finally. So now I have videos that will be coming out starting, as I've already said, at 1 week from tomorrow, and we'll go weekly so far up until late May. And I am intending to do up another 4, or before the end, because there are 4 more games I still haven't done videos on. I've also included games that I did on the weekends with my best friends. So there's that. So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to talk about how 2022 has gone for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rank some stuff, give some awards for stuff, and so on and so forth. So, let's begin. First and foremost, of the games that I've actually put scores on, I have managed to do 21 games. That number increased to 21 as of just the other day. You might have, if you follow me on YouTube, you might have already seen the rating video for it. It was Borderlands 2, which from my perspective, I've actually already edited and uploaded it. So, now we just have the final stretch of a few more videos I have to record and edit, and, well, I have until the end of May to do that, so I have some time now, because I actually managed to get a lot of the work done. 2 weeks of work, and I actually managed to make it so that I give myself a 5-month breathing period. That's pretty good. The fewer videos I would have managed to get done, and in that span of time, obviously would shrink the safety window. But because I got so many of them done, well, there you go. I should also make sure that that's going to be visible. Yes, okay. And it's over there. Okay, cool. I might actually move that over here, actually. Just because I'm on this side of the screen today. Not by choice, I admit, but that's what happens when tech issues get in your way. Anywho. So, forgive my indulgence. I bet, but I'm going to be chatting a bit about about how things have gone in real life this year. Obviously, I moved, and that affected specifically the stream of Three Hopes, only because we spent 2 months on Three Hopes. Which actually is funny when you think about it, because that's 2 games we spent 2 months streaming because we were going so in depth because they were just such huge ass games. But them's the breaks. We had 2 rant views this year. That was, of course, Warriors 1 and FF13. Neither of which I expected to be rant views. And then there was, of course, so yeah. I started the review system with Cold Steel 2, which, if you give me a moment, I will pull up an image of it, because I need to go ahead and do that anyway. Instead of just typing it all out, I should just say that. And pull it up. I need to go over here. I need to go here. And I need... Oh, tell me I still have it. I'm going to be so sad if I don't have it. Oh, I think it was one of the ones I needed to grab. Hang on. Yep, it's right there. So I did review the scoring stuff with Cold Steel 2. New here. As I try to find a spot to put it. Shrink it a bit, we'll put it over here. So I started with Cold Steel 2 here. Started with Cold Steel 2 here. Here. To be honest with you, the whole reason I'm going to be reviewing it again next year during the Trails block is for one simple reason. I don't like how that review played out. In fact, most of the reviews that I have done this year, I am probably going to redo at some point. FF6 is going to be redone. FF4 and 5 will probably get redone. And there's several that'll get redone. Mostly because, now I actually have a method for typing them out. And have a way to save local copies as well. So, for example, but I will show that off later, of course. We're not in the future plans section. But yeah, I started with Cold Steel 2. That was kind of a fun stream to do. Not one of my better streams. There was constant mic issues and tech issues, and I roll my eyes. Anyways, this whole year has just been one big learning experience for me. Which I suppose makes sense, considering it was my first year of seriously streaming, so that's a thing, What else do I want to mention about that? So, yeah. So that is of course, the first game that is in consideration. It's not the first game that I streamed this year. That actually belonged to Cold Steel 1. But, yeah. Cold Steel 1 and I put a lot of work into, and I intend to in the stream next year, when we will actually review it. Then we had, so then we moved on to the next game we reviewed. I am so disorganized on this. We moved on to the next game we reviewed, which I need to go digging for, because of course I do. Valkyria Chronicles. That was the next game we reviewed. Valkyria Chronicles was definitely one I wanted to review. I wanted to go ahead and, see what I thought of it. And honestly, I enjoyed my time immensely with it, so yeah. Next up was the first of two rant views. Which, of course, Fire Emblem Warriors. This is the thumbnail I'm using for the rant view that has already been uploaded. I didn't like this game, obviously. I've said my piece about it. And I will have to, of course, go ahead and figure all of that out, too. Speaking of which, I didn't actually do this either. Oops. But, yeah. So, Warriors 1, that was the next one we did. Next up was, of course, you all know which one was next, actually. Well, actually, I should actually do this. Because I also did one off screen because, well, shenanigans happened. And that led to me going ahead and doing a video on Fire Emblem Awakening. Because why not? Fire Emblem Awakening is easily one of my favorites of the Fire Emblem series. It didn't score very high. Though, to be fair, I stand behind that. A lot of good decisions with this one, but also some irritations that dragged it down as well. Which makes sense. It is still the game that saved the franchise, though, and I will never take that away from it. After that was, of course, one of the two big ones, and one of the ones that ate up 2 solid months. Which was also where Neko came in. And unfortunately, she doesn't appear to be here today, but I understand. And it's the holidays. I'm not expecting anybody to be here, as I have said before. But yeah, 3 houses. Oh, 3 houses. You were a pain. I was fighting Joy-Con drift throughout most of the playthrough of this. I had my moments of being enraged at it, and it still scored relatively high. Go figure. You know? Then after that, we took a detour because, we got through the 3 houses so dang quickly. Hickley. And we moved on to... If I can find it here. I cannot find it there, because it's over here, I'm guessing? Could have sworn it was... Oh my god, I could have sworn it was over here. There it is. Sacred Stones, my personal favorite of the mainline Fire Emblem games, and a game that I was surprised when Three Hopes, spoilers, surpassed it. Still one of my favorite games, still one of my favorite casts. Oh yeah. Then, we dabbled into the Final Fantasies. And of course, as we want to do, what? Oh. As we want to do, we of course started all the way at the beginning. We decided to take a look at the Pixel remasters of the classic FFs. We started with FF1. That was actually a good game, and I actually still stand by it being a classic to this day. So there's that. Then we got to the second big one, and because it finally came out, and we were finally able to stream it. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Yeah, this was the big one. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. I love how good this game was. Mostly from the storytelling perspective. Because, yeah, the storytelling was exquisite. I put this as a blurb in the credits of my Three Hopes. Well, might as well call it a room, but like my Three Hopes rumination style video. I put in there that Three Hopes was surprisingly good, and I even made a joke of, gee, it's almost as if you actually, if you actually take Fodlan and give it some good writing, there's oodles of potential. Because I do. I think there is some potential there. It just requires some good writing, not some bad writing. Just give me a moment. And I just gotta copy this here. Alright, so that was Three Hopes. Give me a sec to just jot some stuff down here. and then OGRE2. Which was -1 and -6. So, sorry, I just wanted to get those and get some stuff written down here so that I can go through it. So next up on the chopping block, we dipped our toe into the Final Fantasy pool yet again. This time with Final Fantasy IV. There was a time when I thought FF4 was better than FF6. Hindsight, am I right? To be fair, that's also because of how overhyped as hell FF6 was, as I talked about during the FF6 stream. So, yeah. Then we moved on to a message coming in, which I will take a look at in a minute. Because of course interruptions have to come in, right? Anyways, FF5 was next. Another one that I enjoyed. Wait, this was actually kind of fun to go through. I mean, for multiple sessions, all I was doing was just leveling in it. Goes to show how good of a game it is if I enjoy the leveling, right? Oh. Okay, an important thing for that. Anyways. But anyways. And then, of course, we moved on. There was only one logical place we could go next. And that was, of course, to FF6. Yeah, this one became my... this one got really a good score, but we'll get into that when we rank the games we reviewed this year. Then we, of course decided... then, of course, I decided I hated myself. And decided I had to play Final Fantasy 13-1. Because I make smart decisions. And by smart decisions, I of course mean dumb decisions. This, of course, was one of the other rant views we had this year. But of course, which I know spoils a bit of the ranking. But at the same time, in this case, I don't care. You know? And it's not like I'm really spoiling that much anyway. Then we moved on into the Castlevanias and showed... Oh, that is way too small. Then we moved on to the Castlevanias and showed Aria of Sorrow some love. Which was a fun time. I won't lie about that. Fun time. I won't lie about that. Then we moved on. Then we moved on to Rondo of Blood. A rough game that just barely scored net positive. Not a game I recommend, but also not the worst game in the world. Not even the worst game we reviewed this year. Though it'd give it the good old college try. I won't lie about that. And I won't lie about that. So there's that. Give me a moment. I need to look at my notes here for a second. Not to determine which game was next, because that, of course, is that one. I know which one that one was. That was Soten. Do I even need to say anything more? It's Soten. There's a reason why my video descriptions have been saying that. And I just realized I've been talking in silence this whole time. Let's get some music going. Yeah. BV's theme. I'm sorry for the silence, guys. I meant to be having music going the whole time. I am a failure. Anyways. What would the next lowest that we got here? I think that would be FF1, wouldn't it? Plus 16. Yep. It would be that. Now, does anything get lower? Is anything lower than that one? It's 51. Nope, that's the next one. Okay. Then, of course, we moved on to we decided we started reviewing on my PS3 finally. And that led to, I just saw it, where the hell is it? There it is. To the OG RE2. Yeah. I won't lie about this one. And this one surprised me with how not great it was, if I'm honest. I was actually surprised how low Aria got. Or, RE2 got. So, yeah. Okay, so that was 21. What was my next one? Sorry, I'm trying to do like two things at once here. Give me a moment. That's 29. Is there anything in between 25 and 29? Oh yeah, by the way, there is, of course, and I should also mark that one with an asterisk. Fairy Tale music, cause why not? Let's see, the story. That one. 21 games to rank, I think. So yeah. We had RE2 next. Then, of course, we had Xenogears. Oh, Xenogears. The love it or hate it game. I still love Xenogears, despite everything. And honestly, it's still one of my favorites. To this day. To this day, still one of my favorites. And then, of course, we had the multiplayer ones. The ones that made it into the ranking possibilities were, of course, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which was actually a fun time. We beat that in a day. And, of course, Halo Reach, which was one we did in 2 sessions, but it was still a hell of a lot of fun. I loved going through Halo Reach with the boys, and hopefully if the Master Chief Collection ever fixes itself, we'll go through more of the Halos. Assuming that Matt and Steve can stop wanking off to the Borderlands long enough. Speaking of which, the other one that made it onto the rankings at the last minute was, of course, Borderlands 2. Yeah, don't expect me to be very favorable with that one. So, now, let's see. So that's 55. 48. Nope, it is TMNT. Next on the rankings. Oh, here's a good song from a game we're playing next year. Okay. Give me a moment. And as you enjoy the music, while I just figure some stuff out here. So, where's that one? Because that's 48. Is there anything around there? 57. 51. Nope. Looks like Reach is next. Okay. And that was plus 17, plus 31. Now, I think 55 sounds like it's the next. No, actually. 51 is. So that's that one. Which I imagine some people are going to raise some heckles about, but there it is. Then it would be 55. unless something else contests that. Nope, it's 55 and then 57. It's 34 plus 1. Sorry guys, give me a sec. I'm creeping up on being done. And I swear. Okay. Then I think it's 60 next. And I'm right. Okay. I've just got 8 more things to jot down. And I'm starting to get there. Let's see. Now would be after, because that was 60, so now I think we're wanting like, yeah, I think 70 is it, so FF4. $34.36. Yeah. Number 7. Is there anything before 89? Because I could have sworn there was something before 89. That was 70, so yep, next up is Xenogears. It amuses me how some of the differences in the scores, because in a lot of cases sometimes it's the story dragging the ranking down, and sometimes it's the gameplay doing so. It's kind of funny. But like I said, I'm almost done, I swear. So that was 73. Now I want to say 80 would be next. So that's going to be FF5 at 89. That one I don't even need to look at because I know it off the top of my head. Which ones are left? Okay, so I got, whoops, got that. Got that. That. That's not there yet. That's obviously not there yet. That one. That one. All three of those. So, that one. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, yeah. That is next. Cool. I can basically fill in the rest. We're good. Give me a sec here, because next up is... Well, I need to check the scores, obviously, but... And the giant jump, which is... And then number 1. Oh shit. No. 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 Oh. There we go. Ah. Like you, David, but that song's gonna be copyrighted. It's gonna be copyrighted onto hell. And then, of course, that one. And plus that story score. And that gameplay score. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Little disorganized today. I apologize. I just spent way too long doing that. So, let's go ahead. I was going to do this big awards thing, but I guess I have to nix that. Which is too bad, because I would have loved to have done that. Oops. Bumped the mic. So, let's rank the games we played this year, shall we? That we rated. So, for the record, the games that are eligible for this ranking are any of the ones we gave a score to. Which means any of the canned runs, like Blue Dragons, Scarlet Nexus, and Fatal Bullet, do not count because we didn't give them scores. So, two of these have asterisks beside them, because their scores are going to be either modified or redone in the coming next year or two. So, but let's start off at the bottom, shall we? In last place at number 21, because there was 21 games we rated this year. FF13. This doesn't work. We need some different music. Now. Yeah, good enough. FF13. Need I say more? The characters were irritating, aiding and idiotic. The plot was riddled with too many terms being thrown at you way too often, and the gameplay was just hair-pullingly stupid. Then, then there was everything else about it. The music was uninspired, the graphics were the star of the show for no reason. And honestly, even the voice acting was just kind of meh at the end of the day. Definitely an issue, when you're trying to have an epic entry in the Final Fantasy franchise. Not a good place to be. Another song I have no idea on the copyright of, so we'll just move on. I have too much of that. I'm usually pretty safe with fairy tale music. Next up, Fire Emblem Warriors. I've bitched about this game enough. I've ragged on this game enough. I'm not going to harp on it anymore. I wish Warriors 1 was better, but it wasn't. We'll get into the contrast of that a bit later. Now it's time for another one that kind of depresses me. As I try to organize these a little bit more. There. And that, of course, is the original RE2. I was kind of hoping RE2 would score better than it did, but it ended up not really living up to my expectations, and that is unfortunate because there is some good stuff about the original RE2. There really is. Atmosphere. Here are some of the sequences. Some decent characterization for the characters, but the voice acting, the presentation, and the freaking awful design choices really drag this one down, unfortunately. Next up, Rondo, so that was number 19. Number 18, Rondo of Blood. Ugh. Frustration Central. Need I say more? I wanted to like Rondo more than I did, but it ended up just not being that good in the end. But now with Rondo, there was issues with it, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So, that's a plus, I guess. Ish. Now we get into the actually good games, starting with FF1, number 17. FF1 is very interesting in that FF1, there's not a lot to it, but what's there is good. I was surprised by the lack of negatives on this one, as there was no story negatives, nothing to really complain about with the story, and the gameplay actually had surprisingly little that didn't work. And that's a good thing in my opinion, you know? So, yeah. And hey, the placement's actually proper this time, because next up is Borderlands 2. Oh, come on. So, yeah, Borderlands 2. It's got a good story. I just wish the gameplay was better. Simple as that. Moving on. Next up, well, that one's not too far away this time. Cold Steel 2. Once again, this is gonna change, because I think Cold Steel, the more I reflected on it, the more unfair I was to Cold Steel 2. And that's a sin that's got to be corrected. And it will. We just got to go through some other shit first. So, yeah. Yeah. You know. But yeah. Cold Steel 2 ended up in 15th place. It still did better than 6 other games, despite me being unfair to it. Think about that for a second. Next up, at number 14... where did it go? There it is. Next up, at number 14, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which is down there for some reason. Shredder's Revenge was a fun multiplayer romp, and I enjoyed my time with it. I really don't have much else to say, which is funny because I easily think it's either the video I did for this one or Rondo that is the worst of the year. But the worst of the first season of Wolf's Den anyway. But we'll see how that goes going forward. So yeah, Shredder's Revenge, number 14. Number 13, I'm sure there's going to be plenty people that are going to want my head on a platter for this one. And because at number 13... is Halo Reach. Honestly speaking, Halo Reach is one of those interesting cases where I enjoyed it immensely. I enjoyed it immensely, but there was just something about each of the Halos that just, there was just something about Reach that just kind of appealed to me, but at the same time, there are games that have scored higher than Reach. Quite a few, in fact. And in a case of accidentally good placement, Soten is next. Again, I love Soten, I love Halo Reach, but, you know, 13 and 12 respectively for Reach and Soten, but because they're just games that I enjoy more, and that's really what it boils down to. So, still a great game, one of the best Metroidvanias ever, not much else for me to say. Another case of almost perfect replacement, Valkyria Chronicles. I still love this game. It's... the death in it still brings me to tears to this day. Valkyria Chronicles is great. I love it, and I will never stop loving it. As I play our Kingdom Hearts music. So yeah, just barely not making it into the top 10. Speaking of the top 10, we actually have 2 accidentally perfect placements, with Aria of Sorrow being next. Kicking off our top 10 is Aria of Sorrow, my personal favorite Castlevania game. do I even need to justify this one? The twist is great, the gameplay is great. This is the best, one of the better iterations of Metroidvania I've seen. And honestly, the more I think about it, it's the more I don't know if they topped Aria in terms of just how fun the Metroidvania format was. I'm sure other people will name Metroidvanias that they think are better, and you're welcome to. But for me, Aria of Sorrow, you know? Next up, Fire Emblem Awakening. Still one of my favorite. It's still one of my favorite games. Games in the Fire Emblem series. Still one of my favorite games, period. And still an amazing game that I hope you play at least once, because it is an awesome game and it deserves the recognition. I love the characters, I love the gameplay. This is the second best pair-up has ever been. And no, I will not back down from that opinion. It's a great game, and it saved the franchise. Fuck yeah. Final Fantasy IV is at number 8. I don't know what else I can say about FF4. Or FF4 is a great example, a great classic example of what a JRPG can be. And I applaud the effort that went into this game. As I honestly feel like all of the Final Fantasy 16-bit Final Fantasies are amazing. Next up at number 7, Xenogears. Oh, Xenogears. Where do I even begin with you? I don't know. And I don't know where to begin. I love the characters, I love the gameplay, the combat system is amazing. I love the gears. I love the aesthetic. I even think the voice acting is pretty good. And this is a pre-2000, this is a 90s video game voice acting direction. And it's still better than, I would argue, some modern voiceover work. Because a lot of more modern voiceover work, it goes for, or fuck the fun, let's just do this super serious. Which makes sense for certain properties, but sometimes you just need to be silly. And honestly, Borderlands did that better than most other modern takes on that. Which is a damn shame. Next up, kick it in a number, just barely not breaking the top 5, is Final Fantasy V at number 6. FF5 is still one of the better FFs I've played, but I do think its gameplay gets a little overhyped. The encounter rate is redonkulous. The frickin' status effect fetish can go to hell, and some of those dungeons and bosses are terrible in my opinion. But it is definitely fun to level the jobs, and honestly, I think that's what counts. Coming in at number 5, even contending with the big boys, is one that I forgot to add because I are smart. Because it was also the last game that we reviewed this year. Here, Legend of Dragoon. I adore Legend of Dragoon. I will forever adore Legend of Dragoon, and I will continue to have constant replays of Legend of Dragoon consistently. Whenever I need a DGAUZ, I'll think about it. I will consider playing Legend of Dragoon more than most of the other games on this list. Hell yeah. Coming in at number 4, or the legend, the myth, the epic, Three Houses. Three Houses is a good game. I would still argue that only Verdant Wind is any kind of good, but I know there are people who swear that Azure Moon is a masterpiece, for example. But regardless, this is still a damn good game, and I still enjoy the hell out of it. If nothing else, this game got my imagination soaring. So there's that. Coming in, now it's time for the top 3. And holy crap, my top 3 are all in order. Coming in at number 3, as I skip a copy wrong song. That works. Coming in at number 3 is Sacred Stones. Oh my god. Where? Sacred Stones, still my favorite mainline Fire Emblem. We'll see if Engage can top that, but who knows? Who's at this point? But yeah, no, I love Sacred Stones. I love as I said when I was getting the images. I love the characters. I love the world. I love the gameplay. Hey, it's great stuff. Sacred Stones takes number 3. Coming in at number 2, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Oh, for God's sakes. Three Hopes was a fantastic game and worth the wait. Damn, do I love this game. It's got some gameplay conceits I don't care for, and it's got some stuff that's kind of meh, but all the same, yeah, it is still a good game, and I enjoy it. Alright, I will keep going back to this one because, yeah, I want to get those S ranks. I want to get all of those. I want to get all those unlocks. I want to get all of the characters maxed, all of that shit. This is one of the games where the in-game achievements I'm actually going to go for. Casually, of course, but I'll still go for them. And, ladies and gentlemen, my pick for the best game of 2020 that I reviewed in 2022. You haven't seen it in the ranking portion of this yet, so you know it's coming. Final Fantasy VI. What the hell can I even say about FF6 at this point? FF6 is the game that made me appreciate being a lore walker. And I appreciate the shit out of it for that. I love this game, and it's another one that I may go back to at some point because I ended up enjoying myself. And that's it. That's my ranking. But we're not quite done. But we're not quite done. There's one more thing I want to show off. Okay, good. It's not showing this time. Because I have actually added a new thingy. So I am actually going to pull up the thing that I didn't want to show off last time, which is not showing up this time. Why? What? But that should be... There should be a separate thing for that. What is that? That? No, not that. What? That shouldn't be. Why is that doing that? Hang on. Okay, I guess we're getting rid of that. I don't know why that was doing that. Give me a second. Okay, well, we listen to this. It's nice music. Specifically, this is Ukulele, the Chocobo. So, this will look familiar to anyone who's okay, why is that being like that? Hang on. I don't get why it's doing that. Hang on. It's not capturing it properly. Of course it's not. Give me a second. Alright, we're gonna do this the other way then. Because why would anything want to go my way today? Fine, we're just gonna do window capture. Actually, I could add that. Okay. There we go. You gonna cooperate now? Yes. So, this is gonna be the review document going forward. So, what this is gonna be is that I am going to start posting a link to this. Really? Ugh. I will start posting a link to this document in the chat. So it'll be !, review. I might put a few up, but regardless, I'm gonna put up a thing, and I will create a thing in Chatbot for Monday specifically, and then on Monday we will go ahead and we will start using this for review this document for review purposes. The reason I've got it on screen though is because we're going to go ahead and we're going to just use it. Because, well, simply put, I want to go ahead and I want to start actually typing out my reviews. Also, the observant among you might have noticed that the title of that document said Final Fantasy VII. That is because I've decided that I want to do FF7 first. It's mostly because of some of the plans I've got for OC mode and stuff, like, because I'm intending to have a lot of talk about OC mode in the next year. But regardless, yeah. So, I was kind of hoping there would be people, and I was kind of hoping at least Neko would pop in, but I understand it is the day before New Year's Eve, but regardless, I intend to keep streaming, even through 2023. And hey, maybe I'll talk more about my OC mode going forward. Regardless, though, despite how haphazard this was, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you look forward to more from me. And if not, I just hope you have a happy new year. And hopefully, I'll see you around 2023, where hopefully the content will continue to come in. Till next time, Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers signing out. Have a good one.